Okay, today we're going to talk about calculation of compound interest. In Sec 2, you've already learned about simple interest. Today we're going to talk about compound interest. Okay, first we recap a few terms we learned in Sec 2. Principal, right, is the original sum of money. Okay, interest rate, right, is how much your money grows. Okay, it's usually calculated, right, in per annum, which means that per year, how many percent you get, right? And amount, right, is the final amount that we draw. This includes the original, okay, or includes the principal, okay, plus the interest. Alright, now let me just recap with you simple interest. So let's give an example, right, of the principal, okay, is maybe $1,000. The interest rate is maybe 5% per annum, means every year you get 5%, and we calculate the amount. Okay, then the time, in this case, let's calculate it over 5 years. Okay, first and foremost, let's just divide the page into two columns. For simple interest, okay, first, we learn that the interest is equals to PRT over 100. So in this case, how much we earn in simple interest just works like this. Okay, the interest for simple interest is principal, which is 1,000. Okay, the rate is 5%. The time is 5 years over 100. So in the end, what we'll get here is you key everything into your calculator, you find that your interest is 250. So if you deposit, let's say $1,000 in the bank at 5% interest per annum, and the bank gives you simple interest, what happens is that at the end of 5 years, okay, the amount that you receive is equals to 1,000 plus 250. So the total amount that you get out of it is 1,250. Okay, that is simple interest, which we have learned in Sec 1 or Sec 2. Okay, now we have compound interest. Okay, notice that the principal amount for simple interest remains the same at 1,000 every year. So you just, at the end of 1 year, you earn 5% of 1,000. End of second year, you earn 5% of 1,000. End of third year, you earn 5% of 1,000. End of fourth year, 5% of 1,000. End of fifth year, you earn 5% of 1,000. Compound interest works a bit differently. Okay, so initially what we start with is at $1,000. Okay, then after, okay, this is the year, the 0th year. After 1 year, what happens is this: you will earn 5% interest. So what happens is you get 105% of 1,000. So how to calculate 105% of 1,000? I take 105 over 100, okay, 105% times 1,000. What I have after 1 year is 1050. Can? Then, after 1 more year, now the principal is no longer 1,000, the principal is 1050. So what we do is we take 105% of 1050. Now, we have 1102.50. Okay, 105%. Then third, fourth, fifth. The next year, again, my money grows by 5%, but now I don't calculate 5% of 1,000. I calculate 5% of, not of 1050, but of 1102.50. So I calculate 105% of 1102.5, and what I get is 1157.63. Okay, money is correct to 2 decimal places. Then after the 4th year, okay, I again, by 105%, I get 1215.51. Okay, here to here, 105%. And finally, last time here is of 105% for 5th year. So I multiply by 105 over 100, I get 1276.28. Notice if you had saved your money and the bank gave you simple interest, you earn 1250. With compound interest, because the principal sum changes every year, you actually earn more money. You actually get 1276.28, okay, for compound interest after 5 years. Now here's the thing, not to worry so much, okay. Notice that there is a formula for this, okay. Here in simple interest, the formula is to calculate interest itself. For compound interest, the formula is A equals to P, principal, 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Right? Okay, so what happens is this. A is the amount, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, okay, rate of interest per period, and N is the number of periods. Okay, let's just try it out to see if it actually works. Okay, for this example there, my rate of interest was actually 5%. Okay, my number of periods is 5 and my principal is 1000. So for this example here, let me try. A equals to P, 1000, 1 plus R, R is 5% per annum, divided by 100 to the power of N. Okay, let's just try keying that into your calculator. So what we have is 1000 times 1 plus 5 over 100, okay, to the power of 5. Like that, you key, you notice you get 1276.28, which is the same number I got there, 1276.28. And that is the brief explanation of the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Now I give you a few examples from 1.6 on the calculation of compound interest. Okay, let me give you question 4. Alright, and okay, let's just give you question 4 and question 8 as examples from exercise 1.6. So let me write that down. Exercise 1.6, question 4. Okay, question 4 is this. A sum of money is deposited at 7% per annum. If the yield after 3 years is 7744, find the original sum of money. Okay, so my interest R is equals to 7%. Okay, they tell us that the yield is the amount, okay, which is equals to 7744. Okay, and then do I know anything else? Okay, I also know that the number of periods is 3 years. So I look at my formula for compound interest. A equals to P, 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Let's fit things in. The amount or the yield, the amount I get back is 7744. Principal is P, 1 plus R, R is 7 over 100 to the power of 3. Then if I simplify, I get 7744 equals to P times 1.07 cubed. Okay, just key into your calculator. P equals to 7744 divided by 1.07 cubed. And let's see what my principal amount is. 7744 divided by 1.07 cubed. And what I get is 6321.41. Okay, so my original amount is 6321.41. And that concludes question 4. Okay, let's now do question 8. Okay, question 8, right? A sum of money grows to 3,800 in 3 years at 6% per annum compound interest. Find the sum of money if the interest is compounded yearly. Okay, so now my amount is 3,800. Okay, my interest. Okay, let me do part A first. part A, my amount is 3,800. My interest rate, right, is 6% per annum. Alright, my number of periods is 3 years. Okay, now what I need to do here is this. First, I will find, okay, plug into the formula. My formula is A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. My A is 3,800. My principal is unknown. My R is 6 over 100 cubed. This is similar to the question we did above, so I'll just skip a step or two. Alright, what I get is 3,800 divided by 1.06 cube. I get 3190.55. Just key everything into the calculator. Okay, this is similar to question 4. I won't talk so much about it. The important part, right, is actually part B. Part B works like this. They say if the interest is compounded monthly. Okay, now my amount still remains as 3,800, but now my interest rate, right, is counted monthly. So if 1 year my interest rate is 6%, monthly it will be 6 over 12%. Alright, because in 1 year you earn 6%, in 1 month you earn 6 divided by 12. There are 12 months in a year. You earn 0.5% interest per month. Okay, now next thing is the number of periods. Notice number of periods now. How many months? Okay, the period is now month. How many months are there in 3 years? So my n is 3 times 12. It will be 36 months. So be careful with the question. You have to actually adjust the interest rate and the number of months. I plug it into my formula. A equals to P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. My A is 3,800 equals to my principal 1 plus 0.5 over 100 to the power of 36. Then if you simplify, P equals to 3,800 divided by 1.05, okay, 1.005 to the power of 36. So my principal amount now is 3800 divided by 1.005 to the power of 36. And my original amount is 3175.45. So 8B is actually a very good question for you, okay, to figure out, right, how to change the time period, okay, and the interest rate to account for that time period. Alright, and that's all the examples I have for compound interest. Thank you for watching.